If you're wondering why I only upload like once a week and why I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks, and this is the first video I've uploaded in 2 weeks, it's because I've been working on this and it's not even done. So here's part 1. Okay, so first you're going to want to get some red fabric, something stretchy, and you're going to need a lot of it. Then lay it down flat. I got the idea for this mask, or the mask pattern, from the amazing PSM. I was trying to measure my own head, and then my grandpa could see I was struggling, so he came over and did it for me because I'm an idiot and I can't do anything myself. Anyway, go to the amazing PSM for more mask instructions because I can't be bothered to tell them to you. I use black thread, but you're really supposed to use red. I don't know why I thought I could just use black thread and it wouldn't come out. I thought that I was an amazing sewer. Apparently I was wrong. I don't know why I recorded this, but yeah. Okay, so now to try it on and see what we've made. So as you can see, it didn't really turn out well at first. My grandpa measured the size of the head. It was too big because I didn't take into account that it had the curve at the back where the neck was, and it's supposed to be tighter than the actual measurements. So when I got home, I sewed it again, but just inwards more on the line that I drew. And then I sewed over again, but like in the gaps of the last stitches to make it look like it's all one continuous line. However, I left less of a gap at the top because I thought it was a bit too tight. Then draw out the eyes on some cardboard off an image you got off Google. I actually cut myself during this process because the set of knives I bought, one of them fell out while I was cutting the plastic and they sort of fell onto my finger and I was bleeding for a while, but I'm fine now. Once you've made your eye, flip it over and do it again. And it should look something a bit like this. Mine really isn't that good. Also, cut halfway with the knife on the crease that I've done here. Anyways, cover it in fabric and then cut some holes around the eye and then fold it inwards. And this is what it looked like so far. The eyes are actually paper in the middle because I didn't have anything for the eyes yet. It still looks a bit rough right now, but you can generally kind of get the idea that I'm going for. Here's what it looks like when it's not on my head. Anyways, get some Velcro and cut some excess off the back of the head. And then hot glue or sew the Velcro on. It does look a bit better at the back, but perhaps you know better than me and you're smarter and you know how to do it better than I know. Anyways, I got some 5 sheets of PC fan mesh for £5, so it's £1 each. Something that was recommended by the amazing PSM from his video. And also fold it over and glue it at the bottom so it doesn't fray. And then you should have a pretty damn good looking mask. It looks more like a comics Deadpool, but I have actually made a new one with a pattern from the actual Deadpool movie mask, or one made specifically for the Deadpool movie mask. And that'll be in part 2. I also tried draping it over my friend's head, which is another method for doing it, but after 2 seconds I got bored and we decided to go play pool and drink loads and loads of Coke and Pepsi. Anyways, for the little black thingy on his chest, sketch out half of it, and then just flip it over and put it on the fabric so it's even. Otherwise it will look uneven and stupid. Next out, sketch out some patterns for the black on the sides of the shirt by laying down paper on top of it, sketching it out and taping it down. And this is what it looked like after that. Then you want to flip over that pattern and do the exact same thing again, so it'll look insanely even and cool. You're going to need like a silver or white or a gold pen for this. And here's what it should look like after that. And for the back, just do what I just said to do, and you can kind of see it a bit better in this image, what I was doing. I was just laying it down and sketching it out, then I cut it out and put on the black fabric. Then cut out some, 2 little red rectangles to go on top of the black thing you put on the chest from the same fabric you used for the mask, because you definitely saved some. Then cut out 10 golden rectangles. Although, if I'm being perfectly honest, I probably should have used craft foam because it's a lot more flexible and it doesn't crease easily like cardboard does. Then you're going to want to cut out a rectangular strip for the sleeves. Don't glue this on while it's on you, just carefully glue it across the sleeve in the right place one by one so it stretches out properly. While the shirt is laid down flat, of course. And after you've eaten your chicken and chips with a Dr. Pepper, you greasy fat fuck, you're going to want to try and remove the logo with a needle, but then give up because you realise you can't do it. Also, I forgot to say that the little black thing in the middle needs to be held on by some Velcro because there's a zipper and it won't work otherwise. Then, very awkwardly, sketch out some shoulder pads. You're going to want to make 3 of these things here and then have 2 going one way, then flip it over and make another 2. This is what you should have so far. My granddad gave me some black gloves, so I cut out a strip of red fabric and glued it onto the glove while it was on me. Luckily, it was thick enough that I didn't burn my hand to the glove with the glue. And then make another strip of fabric
to glue this
and do it on the other glove, because you have two gloves. If you didn't know that, I'm a little bit concerned. Anyway, sketch out the gold things for his hand while it's on you, and make this out of cardboard too. I'm joking, please use craft foam. I'm an idiot, and I shouldn't have used cardboard. Like, look there, see how it's creasing? It's terrible, I should never have done it. Also, it's a gold pen I used on cereal box cardboard, if you were wondering. And I made the two of these bracelet things out of a long strip of cardboard covered in black fabric and then some Velcro. However, I did need to extend it because I couldn't really tuck the sleeve under the glove and put the bracelet on top afterwards because it was way too thick and it wouldn't fit and it looked weird, so yeah. Also, I forgot to mention I made a little black collar. It's just a strip of black fabric, but I hemmed it. And I forgot to say, you're going to want to hem all the black parts, otherwise it's going to fray. And I didn't do it for the first black parts I done, which is the ones on, the first ones I put on the shirt. And now it's fraying, so please hem it, otherwise you're going to have to use some fray check. I think that's the thing. And I know you can't see the gloves, but this is basically what we have so far. You're probably wondering where the swords are, because in the thumbnail I showed swords, and that's because they're not done yet, and I don't want to include them in the video. So you're all just going to have to graciously and very patiently wait for part 2. So yeah, that's it. See ya.